Deep in a green and peaceful forest, a place filled with the songs of birds and the rustling of leaves, lived a very special fox. He wasn't like the other foxes. He was known as the meditating fox. Every single morning, as the first rays of sunlight peeked through the trees, he would sit quietly under a great big oak tree. He would close his eyes, breathe in the fresh forest air, and think about good things, wishing peace and happiness for every single creature in the forest. His heart was kind, and his mind was wise. Because of this tiger, the mighty and respected king of the forest held him in very high regard. In fact, Tiger trusted the meditating fox so much that he chose him to be his royal advisor. Whenever there was a problem, a squabble between animals, or a tough decision to make, Tiger would seek the fox's calm and thoughtful advice. The meditating fox always listened carefully and helped Tiger rule with fairness and kindness. But as it often happens, not everyone was happy about this. In the very same forest lived a monkey. This monkey was clever, yes, but he craved attention and loved being praised more than anything else. When he saw how much all the other animals admired the meditating fox, a bitter feeling started to grow in his heart. It was jealousy. Why does everyone look up to the meditating fox? He would grumble to himself, swinging from a vine. I'm clever too. I can do tricks and make everyone laugh. Why isn't Tiger asking for my advice? The more he thought about it, the more jealous he became, and this jealousy clouded his good judgment. One sunny afternoon, a mischievous and mean idea popped into the monkey's head. He decided he would make the meditating fox look bad in front of the king. He knew Tiger always left his afternoon meal, a delicious piece of meat, on a flat rock near his den before his nap. Waiting until no one was looking, the monkey crept silently, snatched the meat, and tiptoed over to the big oak tree where the meditating fox was resting. He carefully placed the food right beside the sleeping fox, then scampered away to hide and watch. He giggled to himself, thinking Tiger would surely get angry and blame the fox for being a thief. A little while later, Tiger woke from his nap, feeling quite hungry. He stretched his mighty limbs and went to his flat rock for his meal, but it was gone. His eyes widened, and a low growl rumbled in his chest. Who would dare to steal from the king? His gaze swept across the forest floor, and then he saw his missing food. Lying right next to the meditating fox, with an angry look on his face and heavy paws, Tiger stomped over to the oak tree. Meditating fox, he roared, his voice deep and booming, making some of the smaller animals scurry away in fear. Did you take my food? The meditating fox, awakened by the loud voice, was startled. He saw the meat beside him and then looked at the king's furious face. But instead of getting scared or defensive, he remained calm. "No, Your Majesty," he said gently, his voice steady and clear. "I would never take something that does not belong to me. You know that my way is one of peace, not of taking." Tiger paused. He looked into the fox's honest eyes. He had known the meditating fox for a long time and knew he was truthful and principled. A seed of doubt began to sprout in the king's heart. This didn't feel right. The fox, he knew, would never do this. Perhaps Tiger thought to himself, someone is trying to play a trick on us. Someone is trying to stir up trouble in our peaceful forest. Determined to find the truth, Tiger called a meeting of all the animals. One by one, he questioned them. "Did you see anyone near my den this afternoon?" he asked the squirrel. "Did you notice anything unusual?" He asked the deer. Everyone said no. Finally, it was the monkey's turn. As he stepped forward, he tried to look brave. But his hands were shaking, and when Tiger asked him the question, his voice trembled. He couldn't look the king in the eye. The weight of his lie was too heavy to carry. Seeing the monkey's fear and guilt, Tiger's gaze softened slightly. He knew, at last, the monkey couldn't hold the lie in any longer. I moved the food," he confessed, his voice barely a whisper. "I was jealous of the meditating fox. I wanted everyone to admire me, too." A heavy silence fell over the clearing. Tiger let out a long, deep sigh. "Jealousy," he said, his voice firm but not unkind, "is a shadow that follows you. It only brings trouble and unhappiness." He looked at the ashamed monkey. "You will apologize to the meditating fox, and you must promise me, and everyone here, that you will never do such a thing again." The monkey, with his head bowed low in shame, turned to the fox. "I'm so sorry," he whispered, tears welling up in his eyes. The meditating fox didn't hesitate. He gave the monkey a warm, understanding smile. "I forgive you," he said kindly. "We all make mistakes. The important thing is to learn from them. Let us put this behind us and live in peace together." From that day forward, the monkey learned a very important lesson: that being honest and kind is far more valuable than any amount of attention or praise born from jealousy. And the meditating fox, with his calm wisdom and forgiving heart, became even more loved and respected throughout the entire forest, a true symbol of peace and integrity. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss our next video. See you soon.